everybody, thanks for watching my channel. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about my autoimmune disease, mixed connective tissue disease, and about how I got diagnosed and just kind of an introduction of that. About 2 years ago, I went on like a clean eating diet, a 30-day clean eating diet. I completely eliminated sugar, white flour, all of the white things, and just knocked all of that out and actually quit diet soda for probably 3 months just to see if I would feel better. So I just completely eliminated all of that. I lost about 20 pounds doing that, which was really great. But the funny thing is, right after, I finished that up, and I still kind of continued with the clean eating, but I started to incorporate sugar and things like that back into my diet because cookies, candy, that is my weakness. Candy, I love candy, love cookies. So I was like, I always feel like if I completely deprive myself, that I won't ever stick with anything. If I won't let myself have a candy bar one day or a slice of pizza, then I won't follow through with any kind of diet. So I was incorporating these things back into my diet, and I just started feeling just really tired, fatigued. I couldn't hardly go, which all of these things are the opposite of what you're supposed to feel after you eliminate these things. You're supposed to feel refreshed and rejuvenated on all these things. I didn't. I lost the weight, which was a big plus. That was something that I really needed to do, but I just didn't notice any difference in the way I was feeling. And my left side started having a lot of pain on my left side, not on my right, just on my left side. Starting like from the tip of my head, and it would go all the way down this side, down my neck, down my arm, and to my fingertips. I would get like numbing and tingling in my fingertips, all the way down my left side to my left foot, my left leg. My left leg was weak. It didn't have a lot of strength in it. Did not have hardly any strength in my arm. If I tried to pick something heavy up, I felt like it was just going to not hold it. It wouldn't carry any kind of weight, or I couldn't carry groceries and things like that. It would just become like numb, and I would feel like I was going to drop it. So all these things, and the pain was horrible. And I just, I didn't know what to do. And it scared me because my background is my mother had MS, and I have 2 sisters who have MS. So when I went into the emergency room a couple of times over that summer, ended up one time with a vertigo. They thought I might have had a stroke. They were coming back to, you have MS. These are the symptoms of MS. This runs in your family. I wasn't surprised that they said these things, but I just surely didn't want to hear them. And when I had an X-ray or an MRI done of my cervical area, my cervical spine, they said that they saw like demyelinating. And anybody who knows anything about MS, myelin is a big thing as far as that is concerned. So, they said, you have a couple of spots on your brain, but, it's nothing definitive. We cannot say you have MS unless you actually have a lumbar puncture. I didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do it, but I was like, okay. Well, that was a nightmare, and that is another video. I will go through that and tell you exactly how that happened. But it ended up being a dry tap. They couldn't find anything, and I said I'm never going to do it again. So when I went back to the neurologist that I was seeing, he was looking at I had an MRI done at 6 months, and I had another MRI done at 6 months. And he was looking at it, and he's like, I know your family history, and I just don't think you have MS. And he's like, palpating on me and stuff. And he's like, and I was like, ow, He's like, I can palpate your pain. He goes, that's just, not really MS. So he thought, he ran some blood tests for like rheumatoid arthritis. He was thinking that, and the blood tests that run along with that. Well, my blood test came back ANA positive abnormal, which I was calling, and I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, well, we don't really know, but we need to send you to a rheumatologist. And I was like, okay. So I got sent to my local rheumatologist, and by this time I had had tests, MRIs, brain scans, cervical scans, spinal scans, the horrible lumbar puncture. I mean, I couldn't tell you, just all of blood work, all of this stuff I'd had done. I'd been pricked and prodded at, and it was just horrible. And anybody who's been through trying to find your diagnosis, they understand. So by the time I was sitting in her office at the rheumatologist, I was bawling. I was like, I hurt so bad. I just want to know what's wrong with me. Please help me. And she just, she's so sweet, just pats me on the back. And she's like, I'm going to find out what's wrong with you. So she ran every blood test known to man. And I mean, I'm talking about gobs and gobs of blood. I mean, I'm surprised I was able to even walk out of there. Probably 10 vials of blood, I would say. And so she comes back and she tells me, your blood work shows, and the blood work is really confusing. Honestly, it still is really to me. There's stuff like a titter and like your ANA, and then you've got all these different divisions of your blood work. But the thing of mixed connective tissue disease, it's like made up of several different autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Sjogren's, a couple of other ones. And so she said, you have to have two factors or something for lupus. You only have one. She goes, and then you have all these other things too, which means that you don't have one thing in particular. And when you don't have all these different areas, we call this mixed connective tissue disease. And I was like, okay. And she seemed to be, positive about it. She wasn't really negative. I didn't walk out of there feeling like, oh, woe is me. I'm going to die. But then I made the mistake of going home and getting on WebMD and Google. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I know they say don't do that, but don't do it really. Really don't do it. Because, I was crying. Some of the data showed, that was older data, showed that I had a 10-year lifespan, that I was going to live 10 more years. And so I was like, I just kept going. And then I went on YouTube, because I like to go on YouTube, and I typed in the disease, and I couldn't find anything hardly. I just found like 2 older videos, but nothing that would really soothe me, nothing what I was looking for. So the premise of my YouTube channel is a bunch of different things. I'm going to be doing keto, full day of eating, because that's a big thing that I do now to help keep inflammation down. Keto does help with that. My pets are, I've got 5 and they're awesome. I've got 2 dogs and I've got 6. They just keep multiplying. They just appear. I've got 6. I've got 4 cats. Gimme, Gadget, Gizmo, and Max. And then I've got 2 dogs, Adira and Cruiser. And they'll be introduced throughout the videos. And I'm sure that I'm actually really surprised. Gimme was over here a minute ago scratching on the table. I'm surprised he didn't knock the camera down. But they will all be incorporated into these videos. I'll be doing pet videos because I'm just a big advocate. Love pets. Love them. They just, they just make the world go round. They really do. Like I said, keto, I'll probably do some cleaning videos. I like to watch them. And I get really motivated when I watch them, but we'll see. Day in a life, just different things like that. But a lot of it I want to deal with, dealing with chronic pain, because I deal with that every day. And just how to be able to get through every day with a disease when you're suffering. Something I hope I can make you laugh. I'm really, really goofy. This is like the 17th time I've done this, and I really don't even know if this one's going to be the one, so we'll see. It might not. I'm hoping you'll get some laughs. I'm hoping I can encourage you. I want so much to do that. I want to be able to reach out and, tell people there's hope. You can get up in the morning, even though you're hurting, That is my desire. That is my desire for this channel. So I hope you guys will hit the subscribe button and the little bell, notification bell, whenever I do a new video. I really hope you do subscribe and become fans, and I will do my very, very best for you guys. And thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.